Hi, my name is Sally and welcome to my channel. Tonight, we will go on a journey to an ancient place, a place full of secrets waiting to be discovered. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and slowly let it out. Let the world around you fade away. Imagine a city by the sea, a beautiful city called Alexandria. Long ago, it was full of life. Scholars, poets, and travelers walked its streets, sharing ideas and dreams. It was a place of learning, a place of knowledge. At the heart of this great city stood a library like no other, the Library of Alexandria. Inside its walls, thousands of books and scrolls filled the shelves. People came from all over the world to read, write, and learn. But time is powerful. One day, the library was lost. Some say it burned, its books turning to ash. Others say time simply took it away, leaving only ruins behind. But what if not everything was lost? Some believe that beneath the ruins, hidden deep underground, a secret library still waits, a place where ancient books and forgotten knowledge remain untouched. What if you could find it? Tonight, you will search for this hidden library. Feel the soft breeze on your skin as you walk through the quiet city. The streets are empty, the stars shining brightly above you. And then, you see something, a doorway, half buried in the sand, a secret entrance. You step forward. The journey begins. The ruins of the ancient library stand in front of you. The air is still, and the only sound is the soft whisper of the wind. You take a closer look at it. Something calls to you, although there are no voices. It is a feeling, like a quiet whisper in your mind, guiding you forward. You walk carefully through the broken stone pillars, the last remains of what was once the greatest library in the world. Your fingers touch the cold stone walls. They are smooth but old, worn down by time. You can almost hear the echoes of the past, the voices of scholars, the sound of pages turning, the scratching of quills on parchment. Then, something catches your eye. Half covered by sand and dust, hidden beneath a broken pillar, you see a doorway. You kneel and brush away the dirt with your hands. Slowly, a pattern appears, ancient symbols carved into stone. You trace the shapes with your fingertips. This is no ordinary door. It is a hidden entrance, one that has stayed secret for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. You take a deep breath and press your hand against the stone. It is cool and solid, but you can feel something beneath it. A quiet energy, as if the door remembers. You push gently. At first, nothing happens. Then, a low, deep rumble fills the air. The stone shifts. Dust falls in soft clouds as the door slowly moves open. Beyond it, only darkness. The scent of old books, ink, and something ancient drifts toward you. You raise your lantern, its golden glow pushing back the darkness. The path ahead disappears into the unknown, winding down into the earth. A secret passage, a lost path. You take a deep breath, and then you step inside. The door slowly closes behind you. The world above fades away. The air is cooler here, quieter. It smells of stone, dust, and old paper, the scent of something ancient. Your lantern flickers, casting a warm, golden glow on the stone walls. The tunnel in front of you winds downward, disappearing into the darkness. You take a step forward. The stone beneath your feet is smooth, worn down by time. The walls on either side of you are carved with symbols and patterns, faint but still there, telling stories of the past. You reach out, running your fingers along the carvings. Some are too faded to read, Others seem to glow faintly in the lantern light. The tunnel is silent, except somewhere ahead you hear a sound, a single drop of water falling. It is slow, steady, like a quiet heartbeat. Drip, a pause, drip. Time feels different here, slower, heavier. The passage twists and turns, leading you deeper and deeper underground. The air grows cooler, the silence grows deeper, and then you see something ahead, a massive stone door. It is tall, ancient, and covered in carvings. The patterns seem to shift in the flickering lantern light, as if they are alive, waiting to be understood. You step closer and place your palm against the cold stone. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, the door begins to move. A deep, low groan of stone against stone fills the tunnel. Dust falls from the ceiling as the entrance slowly opens, revealing a vast chamber beyond. A warm, golden light spills into the tunnel. And in that moment, you know, you have found it, the hidden library. You begin to move step by step. The air is different here, thick with the scent of old paper, dried ink, and something else, something ancient. Before you is a vast chamber, stretching out into the distance. Bookshelves, scrolls, and stone tablets fill the room, each one untouched by time. The ceiling is high, disappearing into shadow. Tall pillars carved with forgotten symbols stand silently, holding up this secret place. It is quiet, but not empty. You can feel it, the presence of something old, something watching, something waiting, not with eyes, but with memory. This is a place of knowledge, a place that remembers everyone who has ever stood here. You move slowly through the library, your lantern casting soft light on the rows of books. Some are bound in leather, others in materials you do not recognize. Their pages are yellowed with age, but perfectly preserved, as if time does not exist here. You reach out, running your fingers along a heavy book. Its spine is smooth, its cover decorated with symbols of the sun, the stars, and the ocean. A soft shiver runs through you. These books, they were never meant to be lost. You pull one from the shelf and gently open it. The pages do not crumble, do not tear. Instead, they glow softly, as if they are alive, waiting to be read. Your heart beats slower. Your breath deepens. You are not just standing in a library. You are standing in history itself. A place where time has stopped. A place where knowledge has waited. For you. And as you stand in the heart of this hidden library, surrounded by words that have been silent for centuries, you understand something. You were always meant to find this place. You stand in the middle of the hidden library. The air is warm, carrying the scent of old parchment, ink, and candle wax. Your lantern's light flickers, casting soft golden shadows across the rows of books and scrolls. Everything here is ancient. Everything here is waiting to be remembered. You reach for a book resting on a shelf. Its cover is smooth, its edges slightly worn but still strong. When you open it, the words glow faintly, shifting on the page as if they are waking up from a long sleep. You do not recognize the language, yet somehow you understand. The book tells the story of a lost civilization, a city that once stood near the sea. Its people studied the stars, built great towers, and recorded their knowledge on golden scrolls. But one day, the city was swallowed by time. Only its words remain, here in your hands. You carefully place the book back on the shelf and pick up another. This one is bound in deep blue fabric, its surface marked with silver symbols of the moon. As you open it, A soft herbal scent rises from the pages. It is a book of healing, filled with knowledge of plants and medicines long forgotten, remedies lost to the world above, cures that once healed kings and travelers, scholars and poets. You wonder how much has been forgotten, how many answers sleep within these pages, waiting for someone to find them again. You turn, walking deeper into the chamber. Books, scrolls, tablets, each one holds a story. Some tell of ancient gods and lost kingdoms. Others hold maps of the stars, charting planets and constellations long before modern astronomy. You feel it now, the presence of those who came before you. Scholars, dreamers, seekers of wisdom. Their voices are gone, but their words remain. Not lost, not forgotten, just waiting. And as you stand in this place of hidden knowledge, surrounded by the whispers of the past, you realize you are part of their story now. But you can feel it. Something is here. Not a person, not a shadow, a presence. It is not frightening. It does not threaten. It is simply watching, not with eyes, but with something deeper, a memory. A quiet hum fills the air, not a sound, but a feeling. You turn slowly, your lantern flickering as you scan the towering shelves, the endless rows of books, the soft glow of golden pages resting in stillness. And then you hear it, a whisper. It is not spoken, it is felt. You are not alone here. Perhaps it is the library itself that watches, or perhaps it is the souls of those who came before you, scholars, writers, thinkers, seekers, those who once stood where you now stand, those who once ran their fingers across these same books, breathed the same still air, searched for these same answers. Maybe they never truly left. You take a slow, deep breath. The feeling is not heavy. It is not cold. It is warm, gentle, welcoming. The presence knows you. It knows you have come in search of something, and it is glad you are here. You step forward, running your fingers along another book. Your heart beats slower now. Your breath deepens. The whispers fade, but the presence remains. It does not ask you to leave. It does not wish to frighten you. It simply exists, like the books and like the stories, like the knowledge that has been waiting for someone like you. For a moment, you close your eyes, and in that stillness, you hear it once more, a whisper, soft, gentle, timeless. You are welcome here. Something is changing. You feel it in the air, the weight of time, the quiet shift of the past and present blending together. You blink, and suddenly, the library is no longer empty. Figures move between the shelves, scholars in flowing robes, their hands gliding over scrolls, their voices hushed in quiet conversation. The room is alive. Soft candlelight flickers, casting warm golden glows across the stone walls. You hear the scratch of quills on parchment, the rustling of pages turning, the murmurs of deep thought. You are not just watching. You are inside a memory, but it does not feel distant. It feels real. A scholar moves past you, deep in thought, holding a book close to their chest. Another leans over a table, reading by candlelight, their fingers gently tracing the words. You take a slow step forward. One of them looks up. Their eyes meet yours, and they do not seem surprised. They know you. They do not speak, but their gaze is calm, steady, knowing, as if you belong here, as if you have always been here. Your heart slows. Your breath deepens. This is not a dream. Or maybe it is the kind of dream that has always been waiting for you. The scholars turn back to their books, their studies, their quiet work. The world around you hums with the gentle rhythm of knowledge, pages turning, candles flickering, whispers moving through the air like a soft breeze. Then slowly, the vision begins to fade. The figures soften, dissolving like mist in the morning light. The voices drift away. The warmth of the candlelight dims, and you are alone again. But the silence is not empty. It is full of echoes, of memories, of lives that once were. You are still standing in the hidden library, but now you understand. Time does not rule this place. It does not move forward or backward. It simply exists, like the books, like the stories, like you. You take a slow breath, and when you open your eyes, the library is waiting, just as it has always been, and just as it always will be. The library is silent again. The scholars are gone. The whispers have faded. But you are still here. You stand in the middle of the great chamber, surrounded by books, scrolls, and knowledge that has waited for centuries. You take a deep breath. The air is warm, steady, calm. The scent of parchment and ink still lingers, but something feels different now, lighter. You know it is time to leave. Slowly, you turn toward the entrance. Your lantern's glow flickers as you take one last look at the hidden library. The shelves stand tall, the books resting in quiet stillness. They do not beg to be taken. They do not plead to be read. They simply wait, because they know knowledge never truly disappears. It is never truly lost. It is always waiting for those who seek it. You take a step forward, then another. Your footsteps are soft against the stone floor. You pass the great book on the pedestal. Its golden script no longer glows, but the words are still there, watching, remembering. You reach the door. The ancient stone is cool beneath your fingers as you press against it. The heavy door groans softly, as though sighing, as though whispering farewell. As you step through, the air shifts. The passage behind you is dark once more, silent, still. But the library is not gone. It remains hidden beneath the ruins of Alexandria, waiting for the next seeker, the next dreamer, the next soul who will find their way here. You begin the slow climb back through the passage. The cool stone walls guide you, their ancient carvings familiar now. The faint drip of water echoes softly, like the ticking of time returning to its normal rhythm. Your breath is steady, your heart is calm, and then, at last, you emerge. The night air greets you cool and fresh. The stars shine above you, scattered across the sky like glowing ink on a vast, dark page. The ruins of Alexandria stand quietly around you, unchanged. The world above feels the same. But you are not the same. You carry something now, not a book, not a scroll, but a memory, a story, a secret that only you know. Perhaps one day, someone else will find the hidden door. Perhaps the library will call to another traveler, whispering through time. But for now, it sleeps, waiting. You take a slow, deep breath and let it out gently. The world is still. The air is soft. The ruins of Alexandria stand in silence, watching over the sea as they have for centuries. You have returned to the present, but part of you is still there, deep beneath the city, where the hidden library waits. Its books remain untouched, its scrolls resting in quiet patience, its wisdom sleeping beneath the sands of time. But it is not lost. It is not forgotten, because you remember, and as long as someone remembers, nothing is ever truly lost. You close your eyes, feeling the weight of sleep pulling you deeper, deeper. The gentle rhythm of the waves matches the slow rise and fall of your breath. The stars above blur softly, fading like ink dissolving in water. The world begins to melt into warmth, into quiet, into peace. The journey is over now, but the story remains. A whisper in the dark, a flicker of candlelight, a golden glow resting in the corners of your mind. Perhaps in another dream you will return. Perhaps in the silence of sleep you will walk those hidden halls again. But for now, rest, let go, sink into the soft embrace of sleep. The hidden library still waits, but it does not call to you tonight. It is content to sleep as well. And so are you. Your breath slows, your body relaxes, your mind drifts. You are warm, you are safe, you are home. The story will wait for you. Good night.